Here it comes. Oh my God. No way. No way. What is up, everyone? Today on Monster Review, we're going to be taking a look at Nano Banana by Google. Now, this thing intrigued me mainly because as a youth, I was fascinated with editing photos to make them funny, you know, injecting an image of a clown that's not really in the photo, things like that. I used to just have a blast with it. We're talking like old school where you had to use the mouse and trace out a clown of another photo and then put it into your photo of yourself or your family members and so on like that. Nano Banana promises to simplify all of that with just text prompts. So let's put it to the test and see just how fun we can have with Nano Banana. Now, to start it off, I have a couple of photos from my youth. I purposely picked out photos that would kind of stress test Nano Banana, like, you know, things obstructing faces and whatnot, and I want to see just how good Nano Banana is at A, replacing these things, or B, removing it altogether. Okay, so here's my first prompt. You know, this is the text prompt. I just said, hey, make me a river. This is what it produced. No big deal. So I selected the Nano Banana and then the 2.5 flash. I found that if you're on 2.5 Pro, you're going to have a whirlwind of issues. So make sure you're on 2.5 flash. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drag over a photo. So just let me see here. All right, so we don't have a lot of photos. Here's the first one, dragging in. All right, so this is me, age maybe 16, I think. There's a waterfall behind me. How about a cow walks up to the man in the, walks up to the subject behind the fence. Now, so let's go ahead and just see how Nano Banana performs. Okay, not bad, but not good either. Half of the cow is missing, so that's one skinny cow. Let's try something else. A dinosaur is behind the fence. Dinosaur, I spelled that wrong. Whoops, my bad. Okay, that's actually better. That's pretty good. Dang, they look like they ripped that T-Rex straight out of Jurassic Park. Okay, so the cow was a fail. The dinosaur, though, that's awesome. All right, so here's another photo. This is me at the beach. So turn me into a superhero. Real simple. I already have a cape, right? Well, it's a towel. Let's see how it does. Wow. Sorry, I forgot. I'm gonna have to open it up for you guys because you can barely see probably. Okay, so that's really good. It actually looks like, look at the sun, how it's hitting the suit, like, dang. All right, so that's two wins right there. Okay, so let's drop another photo. All right, this is me at Universal Studios sitting on a cliff. So the man is sitting on top of the world. Oops, there we go. Let's see what happens. I don't think it's gonna get this one right, or maybe. Okay, it quite literally put me on top of the world. That's not what I meant. Let's try again. Actually, I have to drop the photo in again, otherwise it's gonna work off of this one. So the man is sitting on top of the highest mountain That was my fault. That was my fault. I need to be more specific when I'm talking to AI. Everybody knows that. Here we go. We got an image. Generating image. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. I'm speechless. That is pretty darn good. Unrealistic, because I think at that altitude I would suffocate, but nonetheless, that's a win in my book. All right, so here's another photo. About to go to Red Lobster. I got it. Make me look cool with sunglasses and straight purple hair and a leather jacket. Okay. Oh shoot. Now I remember what I wanted to do with this photo. My eyes are closed. I wanted to test it to see if it can open my eyes. But fear not, I can always add that in once it finishes processing. Okay. I don't know. I mean, like, it did a really good job, like, you know, figuring out where everything needed to go. But at the same time, it kind of looks fake. Oh, sorry about that. I forgot to click it again. Okay, okay. Now that's better. All right. So maybe it was just the image being small. Blowing the image up, I can... Wow. Okay, now I'm just... That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, we got another one. Okay, so I'm just talking on the phone. Make me into a king. Simple. I'm already wearing a crown, right? Might as well. Whoops. All right, we got an image coming. Yo. It kept my watch and everything too. That's insane. My ring too. And the stupid flip phone I had. My hair looks way better though. I'll tell you that. This looks better than the original. And then the edited version. That's dope. That's pretty dope. Okay. Here's one that might be a little too hard for it. So this is me pulling a prank on my brother. Again, when we were teenagers. He was sleeping. I put shaving cream on his face. So the shaving cream is covering his eyes. Let's see. Make the man's eyes open and okay. And he is upset. There we go. 3/26/2005. So you know this was a very long time ago. Oh man. Yo. The reason why this is cracking me up is because in this photo with his eyes open and him looking visibly upset, he looks just like my son. Wow. Okay. Look at the eyes too. You see the red in the corner? Dang. Oh man. Now, yeah. I mean, of course I remember what my brother looked like at this age, and it doesn't really look like him, but at the same time, like, you know, Nano Banana is working with what it's got, and what it's got is not a lot, and it was able to do a lot out of nothing. All right, let's do the next photo. All right, so this is now my brother-in-law. Did the same prank, and oh, we'll just copy that, put it here, and voila. Let's see. Okay, that looks exactly like him. He's given me that look many times before, so this is spot on. Oh, sorry. Damn, I don't know why I keep forgetting to do that. Yeah. Wow, this is spot on. And look how he got the flash. Like, his eyes were closed, but it put the flash in. That is insane. Man, okay, again, this is the original photo. His eyes are completely closed. And then this is what we got. That is insane. Wow. Okay. All right, now here's the replacement photo. So it's a picture again of my brother-in-law holding a big water jug, distributing water. Let's see. What do we want to do? Replace the water jug. Oh, okay. I know what I want to do. Replace the blue water jug with a goat. Let's do this. The reason why I chose goat was because, like, it's small enough to fit perfectly the way his hands are already, so it shouldn't be too much work. All right, here we come. Here it comes. Okay, that. So, it did a really good job taking the water jug out of his arms. Like, that's insane. Now the goat is a little bit messed up. Maybe, I don't know. Let's see. Make the goat bigger with a silly face. Here it comes. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I mean, it did a good job with taking the goat out of his hands. I mean, I'm starting to taking the water jug out of his hands, but replacing with a goat, I don't think so. How about this? Remove the blue water jug. Have the man's arms naturally down to his side. Okay, let's see. All right, so it does do a really good job with replacing items. However, it's only gonna look as good as your prompt tells it to, right? So your prompt telling it to replace it with so and so, it's only gonna look as good as your prompt is. But that previous photo showed us that it did a really good job removing the blue water jug. So let's take that even further and see if it can readjust his arms so they're naturally down to his side. Here it comes. Oh my God. No way. Oh, dude, that's insane. The jug is gone. And this photo looks 100% natural. It looks original. That is insane. And look, it even copied the grain of the photo because this is an old 3.2 megapixel camera. So there was a lot of noise, and you can see that it mimicked the noise in the photo. That is crazy. Dang, that's crazy. Alright guys, there you go. Hope you had fun and you saw the power of Nano Banana. If you like this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like these, trust me man, I have thousands and thousands of old pictures that I can throw at Google to see exactly how far I can push it. So if you're interested, I'll be more than happy to do that. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't yet. My name is Z. Hasta luego, muchachos. Peace.
I whip my beard back and forth.